Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Firstly, thanks to those for subscribing. Thank you for the nice kind comments. It is much appreciated. Apologies, there's been sort of somewhat a lull in the making of these videos. You know, sometimes life gets in the way and you go through a bit of a creative slump. But I will be continuing our journey into unpacking firstly the Panasonic Lumix G9 and trying to sort of reveal what amazing features this camera does have, and then also going through the different lenses that we can use with the G9. So today it was beautiful day on the Gold Coast, and I had to go to a stunning suburb not far from us called Burleigh Heads, and I thought I'll take the camera with and just do some shooting there. And then I thought, you know what, imagine I wanted to hand this camera to my wife, for example, and just get her to shoot. What settings would I put it on for her? And then that led me down the path of looking at the intelligent auto. So this is what this video is all about. It is the intelligent auto feature on the Panasonic Lumix G9, as well as the intelligent auto plus. What are the differences, and so forth and so on. And I certainly found it quite user friendly shooting with it, and I thought the results were satisfactory. So let's just jump onto the computer and I'll run through the menu items for those two settings, Intelligent Auto and Intelligent Auto Plus. And then at the end of the video, I'll tack on a little slideshow of just a few of the photos that I took today. They unedited, they shot in JPEG, like I said, in Intelligent Auto mode, just to give you an idea of what the results look like. And I was very happy with it. I did both photos and video. So yeah, it's just another handy feature, I think, because sometimes, you know, faffing around with settings, we can miss the moment. And if we have and not everybody's interested in shooting in manual mode. So I think Intelligent Auto and Intelligent Auto Plus is certainly a handy feature to have, especially for those days. Perhaps you want to focus more on composition rather than the settings in the camera. Then you can let the camera do the heavy lifting in terms of all the settings, and we can focus our attention on more of the composition elements of photography and videography and so forth and so on. So in that regard, I think it's handy and useful. And once again, handing it to somebody that's not necessarily the most experienced in photography, they can then run with it and use the camera to a decent extent. So let's jump onto the computer and have a look at how we get to those settings and what the options are. Alright guys, so we're on the computer. Yeah, I've just got the camera screen showing, and the first thing we want to do is make sure on our mode dial that we've got it set to Intelligent Auto. Currently I've got it set to Intelligent Auto Plus, but I'm going to just show you where you can change that. So as you navigate to the menu, make sure you on Intelligent Auto, then come up to the Auto mode, and then you've got Intelligent Auto. So I'm going to start off with this menu item first, Intelligent Auto, and then just run through what you actually have at your disposal when you're in that particular mode. So if we go down to the bottom tab, which is the photo or camera tab, you can see you've got access to the aspect ratio, which you can change. You can change the picture size. You even have access to some of the burst shot settings, which is going to be the subject of another video, and 6K, 4K photo and so forth, post focus, your self timer. So as you can see, you've got two pages, or even though there's not a huge amount on the second page, of menu items, And normally when you're outside of this intelligent auto mode, you have access to a lot more. So I'll just go back, and then navigating down to the movie mode, where, as you can see, a lot of these things are grayed out, but you do have access to your recording format, which you can play with, and your recording quality. And then coming down to your customization menu, normally there's about 5 folders in there, but as you can see, it's only down to 2. So your intelligent auto option really sort of reduces your menu items significantly. You do have 5 pages in here. You can still get to your clock set, world time, travel date, all these other important ones, which I suppose doesn't really make a huge difference what mode you're in. But yeah, a lot of the menu things are taken away. And you can even add a My Menu setting if you want to, but I think given the fact that Intelligent Auto has so few, it's quite maybe not necessary. So that is what Intelligent Auto mode is all about. Alright guys, so let's move on and let's go back to our Intelligent Auto menu, and by this time we're going to choose Intelligent Auto Plus, and as you can see there's a little plus there, and all that means is there are some plus items available. So let's select that, navigate to our folders, come down to our camera setting, and once again we've got, as you can see, 1 of 5 pages of menu items that we can get access to. In the previous one we couldn't change the quality, so in Intelligent Auto only you don't have access to changing the quality. In Intelligent Auto Plus you do. You can change from JPEG to RAW if you so wish. For this example that I shot in today, I just used JPEG. And then photo style, you have some options there. You can go standard or monochrome, and then I think when you select standard you can obviously make some changes or just select those 2 things. I don't think you can actually make any changes to standard. And then color space, whatever that is, I haven't played with that. Page 2, pretty much all grayed out. Page 3, you can have access to your stabilizer, X tally converter, and then like I said, your burst shot settings, which I'm going to be doing another video on. And then your 6K 4K photo one, which I've also got a video planned for that, post focus and so forth and so on. So as you can see, a significant more amount of menu items in Intelligent Auto Plus versus just Intelligent Auto. And then in our movie category, I don't know if you recall, there was only 2 items, recording format and recording quality, but yeah, we've got some others available too. In fact, there's 4 pages worth. Well, some of the pages only have 1 item on it, and then some pages have more. So that's the only real difference between Intelligent Auto Plus and Intelligent Auto, is the amount of menu items available. So it does give you some additional customization. Even in the customization menu there, we only had access to 2 things, I think, in Intelligent Auto. Here we've got access to 5 pages of items which we can play around with. We can sort of manipulate the camera a bit more, and then a whole I beg your pardon, a whole raft of settings in the settings menu, and also in our My menu we can add items in there if we so choose. So a handy little tip to consider, if I just exit the menu just so that the screen is available. I don't use it a huge amount, but on the right of the screen is this little I'll just highlight that on the screen when I'm doing my editing so you can see where I'm pointing to. I think they call it the tab folder. That's one thing about the Lumix cameras that I really like. Sometimes it's a little bit overkill, which makes it maybe sort of, you know, the options too varied. But the customization on these cameras is actually incredible. So if you select, you'll see there's the Intelligent Auto tab there. If you select that one, and then you've got your three options where you can go into. Option 1, we can change the warmth or coolness of the picture down at the bottom here. And then we can also, just going out of that, back to our menu. This is what I thought was quite handy. You can actually access some settings as far as your aperture is concerned. So even when you're in Intelligent Auto, there are, depending on what lens you're using and so forth and so on, there are some settings that you can manipulate in that. And depending on what f-stop you use, it'll also change the shutter speed, which I think is very, very handy to know. So just remember that. And then the final one is our exposure compensation, which, to be fair, I haven't really used a huge amount. Don't really know what it is. Had a quick look. I think it's around, if you want to increase or decrease exposure in certain areas of an image, you can do that. But probably the subject of another video. So that in summary is what Intelligent Auto and Intelligent Auto Plus is. Hopefully that sort of encapsulates it and makes a lot of sense. I'll jump back onto the other camera now. Alright guys, so I'm back. Hopefully that sort of makes sense, that little explanation through the menu items there. So I'll be resuming these videos, as the name implies, aperture to zoom, mainly using the Panasonic Lumix G9. I really love that camera. That exercise I was using the 12 to 60 millimeter Leica lens, which is an amazing lens so far. I need to do some more in-depth photo shoots, I suppose, with that lens and really get to show you guys what that lens is capable of. So more to come. There's some little other features that I need to unpack around the Lumix G9, things like 4K photo, burst modes and things like that. So I'll keep digging into this camera and seeing what it is I can find, and then start, like I said, the lens I really want to focus on is this 12 to 60 millimeter and see where that's going. I've also started a blog which is going to be working in conjunction with the channel. So the blog's called Aperture to Zoom. It's still being built as I speak, so sort of been a little bit sidetracked with that because I want to get a blog out there too, and to support the channel and put examples up of photos and you know, things, video and things like that that I do uncover over and above the YouTube channel. So guys, I hope that sort of resonates with you. I hope you've enjoyed and got something out of it. Intelligent Auto mode is certainly something to not be overlooked. It can just do all the heavy lifting for you if you know, want to have an easy day out of shooting, or hand the camera to a family member and let them shoot to their heart's content. It's going to do a pretty decent job, in my opinion, of getting it quite accurate. So if that sort of resonates with you, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe, and we will no doubt catch you in the next one. I do have another video planned, and I'm going to try start smashing these out on a weekly basis and get back into the rhythm of things. So thanks for watching, stay tuned and take care. Over and out. Bye bye.